Zig Ziglar's advice for young people who want to be rich. The year was 2005 and June was my first month in college. Everyone was new and excited. We were all connecting and I found myself among the group of about 7 people. We were all positive and had great academic dreams. We all wanted to be the best and we believed that we could be the best students on campus. However, 2 years after, I was the best student in my class. A few others were struggling with their grades and some were at the bottom of the class, about to lose their studentship due to very bad grades. What happened here? We all dreamed, right? We were all positive, right? So, what happened to the other people's dreams? In this video, I'll explain what happened to their dreams as I try to share with you one of the most important advice from Zig Ziglar which can help you to be rich and successful. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. This is it. Out of numerous advice Zig Ziglar gave in his lifetime, I think the most important is you don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to start to be great at something. You don't have to have every resource before you pursue your dream, but you have to start pursuing before you can achieve anything. You don't have to be the son of Trump or of Bill Gates before you become successful, but you have to get out and get started. You don't have to be talented before you become successful, but you have to start, run and persist. You see, if there's a single word I should say to every young person before I die, that word will be pursue. If I have my last breath and I'm to give an advice, that advice will be start. My business often exposes me to people who are younger than me all the time. Whenever I listen to these people, anger and tears are my state of mind. For example, a man who is probably in his late 20s came to my office about 6 months ago to share his business plan with me. I advised him and encouraged him that he could do it. A few weeks ago, I called him. "Guy, how is it?" He answered me, "We still have the plans on the paper." What? What are your plans doing on the paper? Some people's plans are on the paper and they stay there on the paper for 30 years. These people are smart, so they have a million reasons why they can't act. The weather is not right. The economy isn't good. The government is not fair. I'm black. I'm a woman. My parents are poor. I'll start when my kids grow up. I'll start when I get a raise. I will start next year January. The excuses are numerous, but none of them will put food on your table. Now back to my previous story. Though I and my friends dreamed of becoming best students, after we shared those dreams, all they did was to read when the exam was near. I lived my life on campus like a madman. I was reading and reading. When I was faced with a stubborn chapter after any book, as though it was a human being, I would spend an hour with it, look at it, and tell it, even if it takes me 10 hours, I'll crush you. I would sleep 11 p.m. and wake up by 3:30 in the morning. It was a battle and it had to be won or I die. You don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to start to be great at something. You don't have to have all the resources. You don't have to be born by wealthy parents to be successful, but you have to overcome your fear and start. You just have to start. You just have to get your hands dirty. You just have to fight for your dreams. The need for certainty. Just 48 hours ago, I wanted to employ a 44-year-old man, and one of the things he asked me was, "When did your company start? Hope nothing unexpected will happen a few years from today," he asked. I knew where he was coming from. He's an employee and his watchword is security. He wants to be sure. He wants to be secured. He wants to be certain about the future, and that's the reason why he asked the questions he was asking. But the problem here is that if I was like him, I won't have a business that can employ him. About 11 years ago, I went into the business world with an amount less than $100 because nobody in my family could help. They either didn't have money or didn't believe in me. From zero, I fought hard without any certainty or security. And that's the reason why I'm able to build the very business this guy wants to work for. I built the business without any security, but everyone else who is working there wants security. That's why they are employees in the first place. Listen, the shade you are enjoying today was not planted by the wind. Someone planted it 20 years ago and nurtured it. That's why you can sit under it today. The job you have now was created by someone who dared life, fought hard and risked all. That's why you have that job. If you wish to create something significant for yourself, you too must be willing to get out and get your hands dirty. Helen Keller said, "Security is mostly a superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Don't deceive yourself. We'll all die. Don't deceive yourself. We'll all fail. Don't deceive yourself. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure." If, for example, you're afraid of starting a business because of the risk involved, well, you can lose your job tomorrow, or worse, retire poor and frustrated. Just as you can't escape death, you can't escape failure. Just think like a soldier. If you don't go out to attack the enemies will come and attack you right in your home, and it will be more dangerous. In life, if you don't go out to fight for your dreams, poverty, loneliness and frustration where you have nowhere to run to. You don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to start to be great at something. Jim Rohn said, "We must all suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret." You cannot by any magic, luck or grace avoid these two things. You must suffer. That's guaranteed. What I don't know is whether you suffer the pains of discipline or that of regret. Luck and magic follow massive actions. A few friends in recent time have considered me lucky. They think I must have been very lucky to have achieved what they cannot, and maybe they are right. But what's obvious is that none of them dared half of what I dared in the last 10 years. None of them took half of the risk I took. None of them exposed himself to the world of no security. None of them fought with their last blood, yet they think I'm lucky. If truly I'm lucky, then I can assure you that luck, magic and grace follows desperate, persistent actions. You don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to start to be great at something. I want to leave you now with a quote that changed my life when I was young. You may write it in a sheet of paper. It's by Johann Wolfgang Goethe. "Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power and magic in it." Whatever you dream of doing, don't keep the plans on paper like my friend. Whatever you wish to achieve, don't complain or make excuses. Whatever you want to achieve with your life, don't wait for the weather to be right, for the time to be right, for you have all the resources. You don't have to be great to start, but all of the time, you have to start to be great. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Are you between the ages of 15 and 40? Then we invite you to join our new channel, which was specially created to share with you inspiration and life's lessons to succeed in life. We call it Under 40 TV. Kindly look at the description box below this video to join the Under 40 TV. We love you.